Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Once again, the Catholic Church child abuse scandal is back in the headlines here in LA. Cardinal Roger Mahony has been suspended as more information has surfaced about his role in covering up and protecting child molesting priests during his career. Now, this isn't news. We all know the kind of stuff the church did, covering up for the priests and then transferring them from parish to parish so they could molest more children. It's just that more information is now coming out. And this suspension is not really any sign of atonement on the part of the church. It's simply a PR stunt. Even when announcing his suspension, the Catholic Church made it a point of saying he remains a priest in good standing with the church. I don't know how you get in bad standing with the church. Well, there are some things they don't like. The Pope really hated it when the nuns on the bus went around speaking up for the poor. And even if you're personally against abortion, being unwilling to impose your views on others is considered a moral failing. And birth control pills, absolutely out of the question. But covering up for criminal behavior by priests or even being a child molester yourself doesn't seem to be so much of a problem. Cardinal Mahony, for his point, says that nothing could have prepared him to deal with the challenges that the scandal presented to him. He seemed pretty prepared. First thing he went and did was he hired a bunch of LA's most elite, high-priced lawyers who fought tooth and nail to prevent any information from becoming public. And also, they were real good at hiding the church's assets to protect them in case of a lawsuit. Now, not once did he ever inform the parents of the children. Not once did he ever comfort anybody or see to it that children were protected. You know, this whole thing about attending to the spiritual needs of his flock kind of flew out the window. Somehow he managed to obtain a master's degree in social work without learning about the need to protect children and how crucial it is to get the child help and therapy when a trauma happens. And counseling for the parents. Oh, I guess he must have skipped that class. I mean, not once did he ever think about his flock, only protecting the reputation of the church. All of that study of the Bible, all of those discussions about morality, all of those years giving sermons about good and evil, all of those years listening to people confess their sins, none of it helped prepare him to deal with this stuff. That was because he lacked the only thing that could have prepared him, a conscience. But Cardinal Mahony's actions are not an anomaly. They're not one person screwing up. Think about this. The entire Catholic Church took the same steps Mahony did. Not one priest, bishop, cardinal ever came forward on their own without being compelled by law. And the Pope, the head of the church, he was in on the cover-up too. Now, I'm not denying that the Catholic Church does any good at all. But so does Hamas. the monstrous corruption that completely permeates the church outweighs any good they might have ever done. How can you provide moral leadership when they completely failed to make the most obvious and important moral choice? When you are that useless in your most important area, you might as well close up shop. And all of you Catholics out there, maybe once you didn't know, but you've known for years now. And what did you do? You still go to their services. You still turn to them for guidance. And you give them the money to pay for their fancy lawyers. And you still send your kids to their schools. Thanks for listening.